All right, I have already explained this sentence from page 150, think C, when I did the instructions for diagramming sentences with a semicolon before. But I will go ahead and explain it again. The subject is understood you. The verb in the first sentence of the compound is pray. For a good harvest is the prepositional phrase, and the sentences are joined with a semicolon. Therefore, I'm going to use an X on my stair step that joins my sentences, and notice that the stair step connects at the verbs. On the second sentence of my compound, my subject is God, and notice how I've drawn a line to separate my subject and predicate. I must do that every time on every part of the sentence if I have a compound. And my verb this time has a verb phrase, will provide. Here you see the second sentence you were supposed to diagram from page 150, think C, and that is number 3. The compound sentence starts with the first sentence, yesterday. Even though that is a time, it's a thing here, or an idea maybe, for this sentence. Therefore, it's your subject. Yesterday is the subject, is gone, and then I have an adverb, forever, which must be diagrammed underneath my verb. It is joined by a semicolon, therefore I use the X on the stair step, and then the second sentence of my compound once again has a time word that represents a thing or an idea, tomorrow, and notice I've separated my subject and predicate with a line that continues down below my horizontal line. The verb comes, and then the adverb never, which describes how often tomorrow comes, goes underneath my verb. Here you see the third diagrammed sentence. This one's a little more complex. I have prepositional phrases that need to be diagrammed with this sentence. Remember that a prepositional phrase that comes right after a noun, in this case it's man, must be underneath that noun, because in our 5th grade book they're only going to give you adjective prepositional phrases that come right after the noun they're describing. They won't confuse you by putting them elsewhere in the sentence. So I have a pronoun a, my subject is man, the prepositional phrase with courage, then I separated my subject and my verb, my subject and predicate. The verb is stands, and then firm is describing how he stands, so that word goes underneath my verb. It's joined again by a semicolon, and then my second sentence of the compound says a coward runs from conflict. Well, in this case, from conflict tells where he runs, so that has to go underneath my verb. Notice how the two parts of the compound sentence are joined at the verb. Again, that will always be that way, and you always need to separate your subject and predicate with that vertical line that runs down and extends below your horizontal line. Please check your work carefully. You need to know how to diagram these sentences.